First, we will see where the current enters. In the electronic board. It enters through this side, through the connector, yes, and it circulates through this entire side. What is the protection circuit? What does this protection circuit do? It protects us or protects our equipment from electromagnetic interference, such as, for example, the starting of the compressor, thunderstorms and relay operations, among other things. Upon entering, the current first encounters the varistors, then the fuse. What varistors are? Well, varistors are resistors that depend on voltage. Next, I'm going to show you in the video how these varistors act. Here we are going to see how a varistor works. This would be our 30-volt varistor. We have a current input through the circuit of 24 volts. That is going to circulate through the entire circuit. So we have 24 volts over here. And we also have 24 volts over here. Here we have the fuse, the varistor and the load. Since the supply voltage does not exceed the value of the varistor, yes, then this varistor has a very high resistance. Let's assume it has 100 megohms. Oh, sorry, there it is, 100 megohms. So the current is always going to go through the place that is easiest for it. In this case, it would be on this side, yes. Now, what is going to happen? If my voltage increases from 24 to 60 volts, if the whole circuit is going to have 60 volts and as the supply voltage now exceeds the voltage of the varistor is going to have a resistance of 0 ohms in this case. There a short circuit is generated. And what does the current do? The current is no longer going to go through here, because this load is going to have some resistance. And it is going to come through here, because it always looks for the shortest path, or the easiest path. So, it is going to pass through here. This varistor is going to burn out on us. It is going to disappear. Because the resistance is going to go to 0 ohms, yes. So, the current is going to pass through here. That is why it is said that the varistor is a protection device. Now, if this voltage is maintained for too long, or instead of being 60, it goes to 100 approximately, the fuse is also going to blow. Or it is going to cut, let's say. Yes, because if it is a short voltage spike of 60 volts, well, approximately, the varistor will act as first protection and as second protection in the case that 60 volts is maintained over time, or that it is greater than 60, for X, 100 volts or more. There the fuse is going to act as protection and it is going to cut the circuit, the flow of current through the circuit. We have here the fuse, the coils, and the capacitors. And as I was telling you, this part has the function of absorbing the electrical noise of the equipment, like the electrical noise that enters the power supply to our board. As you will see, here we have communication, yes. It is the first pin. The second pin is the phase. The third pin is the neutral, and finally, the fourth pin is the ground wire. And it is the MO, very important in inverter systems. And now we are going to see why. All ground noises are going to be filtered or bypassed through that pin. That is why the ground connection is so important. This is very important because electrical noise can affect both the ME microprocessor as well as all other electronic components or the board sensors. That is why it is so important to be able to divert those electronic noises through the grounding in inverter air conditioners. In addition, significant amounts of electrical noise can damage the IPM and even also the compressor. So, the fuse protects us against a current increase, and the varistors protect us against a voltage increase. We also have this instrument, which is called GDT, which is a gas discharge tube. And it serves to protect against overvoltages, acting in conjunction with which are the varistors. This component is normally open. But when there is an overvoltage, this component opens. Why? Because the gas inside it ionizes and becomes a very efficient electrical conductor. It creates a plasma arc. You can see now in the image. And thus it diverts the dangerous current to ground. Also, look, without these capacitors that are here, the board of your air conditioner would burn out. In just a few minutes? No, what minutes? In a matter of seconds your air board would blow. These capacitors, unlike what the varistors and the fuse were, that protected against high voltage and high current intensity, these capacitors protect against a high frequency variation. Physics tells us that the resistance of a capacitor drops to zero when the frequency is very high. What does this mean? When the circuit is quiet, the capacitor does nothing. But as soon as electrical noise appears, or an interference, yes, the capacitor becomes a shortcut and sends all the current to the ground discharge. Super important rule in inverter air conditioners. The capacitors absorb all the dirt, of frequency variation that comes from the street and transforms it into a SDA stable frequency, let's say, but also the other way around. They prevent the noise of the inverter itself from getting into your house and making your television or Wi-Fi work poorly. They also fulfill the function of storing energy in order to, in this way, provide instant energy to the equipment if it is needed, and thus avoid sudden drops in voltage. The inverter motor uses a conventional ones have pistons. There the rotating cylinder spins, and the necessary compression is generated to expel the refrigerant. And this inverter motor, what it does is change the speed depending on the need for cold. And it does so thanks to a chip. This chip is the IPM, yes. And this chip is the one that turns the current on and off thousands of times per second. Every time the chip turns off the current, the motor delivers a return kickback, that is to say, it puts parasitic energy into the system. And that is where the giant capacitors act as buffers, let's say. They absorb that blow and smooth out the current so that the chip does not explode from the force. I take this opportunity that if the video is helping you, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. In addition, when an inverter air conditioner, it throws this error at you, yes, which is the communication error. It restarts by itself. Or the compressor wants to start and it cuts off. Do not go directly to change the motor, because many times the culprit is only a dried up capacitor. This capacitor already lost its capacity. And let all that protective noise pass through. And if the information was useful to you, and follow me for more applied electronics tips and air conditioning repairs.